morning, fabulous friends. It's great to see you again. Welcome to another round of chair yoga. I'm Desiree Joy Evelo, and welcome to Radiant Joy Yoga and Fitness. Today's chair yoga practice is both seated and standing using our chair for support. We're going to be focusing on functional movement, strength, and flexibility. What you'll need for today, your yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, make sure your chair is on a surface where it won't slip. We'll be using our blocks, a yoga strap, and maybe our blanket. We're gonna get started. Seated in our chair. Maybe we scoot up just a little bit. We're gonna feel our feet grounding into the mat. We want our knees bent at a nice 90-degree angle in line with our hips. If our feet don't reach the floor, if we have short legs, what we can do, grab your blocks, bring them underneath your feet to raise your knees up in line with your hips. So find what feels most comfortable to you. Spread the toes open wide. Feel the ball of the big toe, the ball of the pinky toe, and the back of our heels pushing down into the earth. You might feel our legs start to engage through our thighs. We're sitting up nice and tall, maybe imagining that we have a string tied to the top of our head and our puppeteer is pulling our string. We feel length of the spine, space between each vertebrae. Our chin stays parallel to the floor. Ears stacked over shoulders, shoulders over hips, knees over ankles. Let's leave our hands just resting gently on our thighs, either palms down or palms up, yogi's choice. And then close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Feel the body connecting to the earth through your feet, onto the floor, through your sitting bones, grounding down to your chair. Begin to concentrate on your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Allow your shoulders to relax down away from your ears. Let the muscles of your face relax, smoothing out your forehead, relaxing the muscles around your eyes and your cheeks, relaxing your lips, unclenching your jaw. Notice the gentle movement of the belly, the rib cage, and the chest as we breathe in and out. As we fill our lungs, we feel the belly expanding. Our rib cage expands out to our sides. Our chest lifts gently. And exhaling, the chest lowers. The rib cage knits back together and the belly button pulls to the backbone. Let the tension melt off your body. With every exhale, you feel the body releasing. take one more round of breath here, in and out through the nose. And then let's take a cleansing breath together, in through the nose, and we'll sigh out through the mouth. Now let's start bringing in some gentle movement into the body. We're going to start with our neck. Let's tuck the chin to our chest, allow gravity to pull the head forward, stretching through the back of our neck. Hold here for a few rounds of breath. And with our next inhale, let's lift the head, extending the chin upwards till we feel a stretch through the front of the throat and the chest. Holding here for a few rounds of breath. And then we're going to flow between both of those movements. One breath to one movement. Chin tuck, chin extension. Let's do this 3 times. One last time. Extend. And tuck. Let's bring the head back to neutral. Turning our head side to side without forcing or cranking the neck. Just gently warming it up, going through some rotation. Let's come back to center, and we'll write some O's with our nose. We're going to imagine our nose is a pencil. We're practicing our penmanship. Let the eyes track with the direction of your head. And now let's switch directions. We'll bring ourselves back to neutral. Let's move on to our shoulders. We'll let the arms hang down at our sides. Let's do some gentle shoulder circles. We're going to start going forward. And now backwards. Now let's bring our arms out to our sides. Shoulder height, squeezing our shoulder blades together, sitting up nice and tall. We're activating our leg muscles and our core. We're going to turn our head to the right, open the right palm, going through shoulder rotation. And exhale, turn to the left, open the left palm. So we're just alternating. Let's come back to center. Let's release. We're going to bring those hands behind our back. We're going to interlock our fingers, pushing our fists out as we stretch across the chest. And release. Let's do some seated cat-cow now to warm up the spine. You can hinge forward slightly. Feet can be hip distance or slightly wider and shoulder distance apart. Hands on our thighs. As we inhale, we're going to open the chest, shine our sternum forward. Let the belly drop, maybe our tailbone lifts. And then exhaling, arching the spine, tucking our chin, gazing at our belly button for cat. And let's move through cow and cat with every inhale and exhale. Now let's bring it back to neutral. We're going to do some side bending now. So let's drop left hand, either hold on to the side of your chair or just hand at your side. We're going to inhale, right arm comes up and over. If we're having difficulty getting the arm up overhead, that's okay. We can keep it on our shoulder, yogi's choice. What we're doing here is focusing on lifting our rib cage away from our hips, stretching to the side body, and we feel the other side contracting, going through lateral extension and flexion. Now let's switch sides. Come to the right. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathing as we move. Last round. All right. Now let's flow into some twists. We're going to bring our hands to heart center. And just using the muscles of our core and our back, we're going to rotate the spine. So we're not forcing ourselves into it. Follow your range of motion. Honor what your body is telling you you can do today. Make sure we're breathing. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. And let's come back to center. We're going to work our way down to our hips now. Let's bring our hands to our hips. And we're going to grab one of our blocks. We can bring our block either at its lower setting or its medium setting, yogi's choice. We're going to bring that inside of our left foot. Hands on our hips, sitting up nice and tall. We're working on activating this muscle right here, our hip flexor. As we inhale, we're lifting up the leg, and exhale, drop it on the other side. It's really important to focus on hip flexor strength and mobility so we don't stumble when we walk. We want to be able to pick up our foot. It's okay if you don't get as much height. Just focus on just moving the foot. And even if you can't get it over a block, that's okay too. It's all a practice. We're doing the best that we can do today. Now let's switch to the right foot. Bring that block to the inside of the right foot. Nice active posture. Legs are activated. Core is strong. Focusing on the hip flexor right here. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, tap it over. Last round. Good job. Now let's rotate the hips, doing some lazy hip circles. Starting with my left foot, I'm going to extend my leg out, circle the hip around, making sure we're breathing as we're moving. We'll do 3 in this direction. Now reverse your direction of rotation. Here we go. We're sliding heel back, opening up. We'll do 1, 2, last one, 3. Now let's switch to the right leg. Start extending the leg out, opening up. 3 in this direction. Now let's switch sides. Switch direction of rotation, sorry. All right, excellent. Let's get our ankles, the legs warmed up. We're gonna start heel raises, just alternating heels. All right, great job. Let's take a big stretch. Inhale, bring those arms up, lift our gaze. And exhale. Let's hip hinge forward. Seated forward fold. Hands can come to our shins, to our thighs, to our blocks of the mat. Yogi's choice. Feel that stretch through the back body. With our next breath, as we inhale, hands come to our shins. We tuck our chin. Let's roll up one vertebrae at a time. All right, now that our joints are warmed up, let's start warming up our major muscle groups. We're going to start by doing a sit to stand flow. So make sure you're square on your chair. Maybe you sit back just a little bit farther. Feet are hip distance width apart. We're going to hinge forward at the hips. Feel our weight in our heels. As we inhale, let's bring those arms in front of us, lifting up all the way to standing. And exhale. Sink back down to our hips. Hands come to our chair, guiding us back down. We're going to do that 4 more times. Here we go. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink back in the hips as we bend the knees, reach back, find your chair. That's 4, 3 more. 3. Make sure we have strong legs, strong core, lift up. All right, last set, here we go. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, release. Good job. All right, we're getting ready to come to our fully standing portion of our class. So let's get up out of the chair one more time and let's adjust our chair. I'm going to bring mine to the front of my mat with my back rest facing me. Go ahead and move your extra props out of your way. And I'm going to bring my strap close by so I can reach it when we need it. So I'm starting here in a standing mountain pose with my feet hip distance width apart. My toes are spread wide. I'm lifting my arches, lifting my kneecaps by turning on my quads. I'm activating my core. So almost like you're wearing a corset, you feel those muscles lift up, squeeze together, giving us a strong base in our mountain pose. Hands could be on the back of our chair for support. We're going to go through some standing sun salutations. So holding onto our chair, big inhale, and exhale. We're going to hinge forward, stepping back. 1, 2. As we exhale, let's push those hips back, lengthen through the arms and the back. We can keep a decent little bend in our knees for our standing downward facing dog. Take a breath. As we inhale, bend the knees, shift your gaze forward. Let's pick up our right foot. Step forward. Low lunge, high lunge. So we notice we're up on the ball of our back foot. Inhale, plant those hands. Big step back. So we exhale. Coming back to our downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, shift your gaze forward. Pick up the left foot. Step forward. High lunge. We're on the balls of our back foot. Deep breath in. And exhale. Bring it back to our downward facing dog. Maybe we gaze back between our knees. Inhale, bend the knees. Look forward, 2 steps forward, coming back to our standing mountain pose. And now let's inhale. We can lift both arms or just one if we want to hold on for stability. Lifting up, opening our chest, lifting our gaze. And exhale, swan diving our hands, hip hinging. Hands come to the seat of our chair for a forward fold. Feeling that lengthening through our hamstrings. And let's bend the knees. Inhale, hands come back to our chair, lift up. Let's do one more round. Hands come to the back of the chair, 2 big steps back. Downward facing dog. Keeping a soft bend in our knees, gazing down at the mat or between our knees. Inhale, bend the knees, shift your gaze forward, picking up our right foot, stepping forward for our lunge. Stretching our hip flexor. And inhale, big step back. As we exhale, push those hips back, find length through the back body, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, shift your gaze forward, step forward with the left foot. For our lunge. Exhale, big step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, shift your gaze forward. Let's walk up to the top of the mat, finding our mountain pose. Hands can stay in the back of the chair, or we can lift one or both. Let's inhale, opening the chest, lifting our gaze for mountain or extended mountain. And exhale, hip hinge forward. Hands come to the seat of our chair for a forward fold. Finding length through our hamstrings. And inhale, let's bend the knees. Bring hands to the back of our chair. All right, we're gonna work on calves right now. So we're gonna do some heel raises. We're gonna keep hands on the back of our chair, or maybe we just have fingertips. We're in our standing mountain pose with feet hip distance width apart. What we're going to do is lift the heels, activating our calf muscles, coming to the balls of our toes, and then exhaling, lowering our heels back down. Let's do this flowing with our breath, making sure we keep our ankles in line with the heels. Making sure we're not rolling them in or out. Let's do 2 more. Excellent job. All right, now let's flow into our Warrior One series. Hands come to the back of our chair. I'm planting my right foot, taking a step back with my left. My feet are hip distance width apart. Right knee is bent with knee stacked over ankle. Left toes are turned out slightly. My foot is firmly planted on the floor. Hands can be on the back of our chair, or we can inhale. Let's lift our right arm skyward if we're able to, lifting our gaze up. And exhale, let's float that arm back down. Feel your legs engaging here. Those toes are spread wide. The feet are gripping the floor. Our quad is activated, glute is activated, core is turned on. Let's do that again, flowing. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling, coming down. One more time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bring it down. Now, let's lengthen through our right leg. So straightening through the knee without locking it out. As we exhale, we're gonna hip hinge forward. Our forearms can come to the back of our chair. Finding length through our spine for our pyramid pose. Feeling that stretch in our hamstring. Take some nice, even, deep inhales and exhales. One more deep breath in. And exhale, bend the knee, return to that Warrior One posture, lifting up the chest and the upper body. With our next breath, let's step back up to the top of the mat, finding our mountain pose. And now let's complete that same sequence on the opposite side. So planting left foot, stepping back with our right. Feet are hip distance width apart. Left knee is bent, knee stacked directly over my ankle. My right foot's turned out slightly. Now spread the toes wide. Feel the feet gripping the mat. Our quad is turned on. Right glute is turned on. Core is nice and strong. Let's keep our right hand on our chair, or we can keep both. If we feel comfortable, let's lift that left arm up. Inhale. Open the chest. Exhale, float that hand back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Here we go, last round. Let's return both hands to the back of our chair. We're going to lengthen through our left leg without locking out the knee. And exhale, hip hinge forward, bringing our forearms to the back of our chair. Feeling our stretch through our hamstring in our pyramid pose. Finding length through the spine. We're gazing down to the seat of our chair. And inhale, bend the knee, lift back up to our Warrior One, hands on the back of our chair, and step back up, finding our standing mountain pose. Take a moment, focus on your breath, breathe in and out through the nose. And big sigh out as we exhale. Maybe we shake out the body a little bit. And now let's open up to the long edge of our mat. have my left foot towards the back of my chair. I'm going to pivot my left foot so toes are facing the short edge of my mat and my chair. I'm going to take a step back with my right foot. Finding my warrior two stance. So my arch and my heel are in alignment. Knee stacked directly over my ankle. We can keep our hand on the back of our chair. Our gaze turns over the chair. Our back arm rises up, shoulder height, for our warrior two posture. And let's exhale. Bring that hand, right hand can either come to the back of our thigh or we can wrap it around our back. And as we inhale, we're going to lengthen through the side body. Feel the rib cage lifting away from our left hip, gazing upwards. If we feel comfortable, our hand can come off the back of our chair and maybe we lift it skywards. Yogi's choice. For our reverse warrior. And then exhale. Come back to neutral. Bring your hand back out, shoulder height. Gaze shifts forward. Now exhaling, we're going to hip hinge forward. Our forearm comes to the back of our chair. Right arm, we're going to rotate it around the front of our body. Bringing it towards our ear. We'll pull that shoulder back, opening our chest, lifting our legs skyward for extended side angle. Take one more deep breath here. And exhale, release. Let's lengthen through that leg. And now for our next pose, it's going to be a balancing pose. So let's bend that right knee. We're going to shorten our stance a little bit. We're coming to Ardha Chandrasana, or half moon pose. So, left foot stays planted. We're going to hip hinge forward, bringing our palm to the seat of our chair. With our next breath, right hand comes to our hip. Let's lift the right leg, pushing back with the heel. For half moon. And exhale, slowly lower our foot down. Come back to our warrior two posture. Great job, everybody. All right, let's come. Bring toes forward. And we're going to switch sides. You can either turn around or you can bring your chair to the opposite side of your mat. Let's do that warrior two series together. So I'm pivoting open my right foot. So my right toes are facing the short edge of my mat. Right knee is bent, knee stacked over my ankle. My heel intersects the arch on my back foot. My left toes are facing the long edge of my mat. My gaze over the short edge of my mat. My left arm comes up to shoulder height. Warrior two. We have strong legs, our quads active, our glute is active, core is strong, shoulders stacked directly over my hips. Let's take one more breath here. And exhaling, our left hand can come down to our thigh or we can wrap it around our back. As we inhale, let's lift our rib cage away from our right hip, feeling that stretch to the side body. Our hand can stay on our chair, or we can bring it up to shoulder, or raise it over our head. Yogi's choice. Reversing our warrior. Take a deep breath in. And out. One more round of breath. Inhale. And exhale, release. Now, we're bringing our right forearm to the back of the chair. We're hip hinging forward. Our left arm is out towards our back. We're coming to our extended side angle. So we inhale, let's rotate the left arm around the front of our body, bringing it towards our ear. Let's pull that shoulder back, gazing up towards the ceiling for extended side angle. Inhale. Push yourself back up, finding your warrior two. And now let's flow into our half moon. You can shorten your stance a little bit. We're hip hinging forward, hand comes to the seat of our chair. Left hand comes to our hip, and let's inhale, lifting the left leg, pushing back with the heel, opening our chest for half moon. Exhale, bend the knees, slowly lower your foot back down. Bring your hand to your back of your chair, coming back to your warrior two posture. Let's release that. Let's bring our toes forward. How are we feeling, everyone? I hope you're feeling strong and powerful and confident right now. Let's reach for our strap. So we can stretch out our quads. So facing the back of our chair, let's bring left hand onto our chair, planting the left foot. I'm folding my strap in half, letting it dangle behind my right leg. And I'm gonna just bring my toes in through my dangling loop. As we inhale, lift those straps up. We can either come up over the shoulder, or if you need to hold them further down, yogi's choice. Do what feels right to you. Try to keep your knee in line with your hip. Stretching our quad. Maybe you feel your foot kicking into your strap, giving a little bit of resistance there, some dynamic tension. See what that feels like as we stretch the quad. Deep breath in. And exhale to release. Let's switch to the opposite side. So we're planting right foot, right hand remains on our chair. Our strap, we're going to dangle that loop behind our left foot. Bring our left toes in it. Take a deep breath in. Lifting our strap either up and over the shoulder, or we can hold it further down. Whatever feels most comfortable to us today. Keeping our knee in line with our hip. Feeling that stretch through the left quad. And then maybe we put some pressure under our foot, kicking our foot in to our strap, creating some dynamic tension. Seeing how that changes our quad stretch. Keep breathing while you're here. And exhale to release. Great job, everyone. We're going to reset up our chair to the center of our mat. And we're going to come to seated to cool down and finish off our practice. I'm grabbing my blocks, stacking them up, bringing them in front of my chair. we're coming to bound ankle pose or butterfly. So we may need to assist our legs so we can bring the hands behind the thighs, lifting them up. Let's bring the outside edges of our feet onto our blocks. We're scooting up in our chair, allowing the knees to open wide like a book. We'll start seated nice and tall, hands on our thighs. Just enjoying that opening of the hips on their own. Breathing in and out through the nose. Maybe we tuck our chin to our chest, around through the upper back as we hinge forward slightly. Maybe we hold on to our ankles or our shins. Our hands can just rest here. We can push in to the legs, increasing the sensation if we'd like. Do what feels best to you. Imagine you're sinking your breath to your hips, to the inner thigh and the groin. And with every exhale, you're inviting those muscles to relax for you. As we inhale, let's slowly lift the head. We're going to keep our left foot on our block. Let's extend the right leg. Coming to our head to knee pose. And inhale, sitting up nice and tall. And then exhaling, maybe we hinge forward, bringing our hand to our thigh. And inhale, let's roll back up and switch sides. Extending our left leg, right foot comes back onto our blocks. For our head to knee pose, hands can come onto the left thigh. Let's inhale, lengthen to the spine, and then exhale, maybe we hip hinge forward. Keep those toes, left toes flexed up towards our face. And inhale, tuck the chin to the chest, roll up. Keep one block out. We're going to turn open to the right side. We're stretching our psoas muscle now. That block's going to come down to its lowest setting. You see my inner thigh is supported by the seat of my chair. I'm bringing my knee down to my block. My left toes stay flexed on the mat. Our psoas muscle is a big muscle that connects to the lower rib cage, wraps around, and comes to the inner thigh. It holds a lot of tension. It's one of the big muscles that connects the top half of the body to the lower half. You'll feel that stretch right up through here. Take nice, long, even breaths. Breath in and exhale to release. Let's switch sides. Coming forward in our chair, turning open to the left, readjusting our block, inner thighs supported by the chair. Right knee is bent, it comes down to our block, right toes stay flexed on the mat. Holding on to the back of our chair. There we go. And we also have the option while we're here. Maybe we choose to lift up the arm, lifting our gaze. See how that feels in the body. Yogi's choice. Find what feels good to you. Feel that muscle releasing. Deep breath in. And exhale to release. Let's come back to our chair, fully seated. We'll come to a spinal twist. Keeping my feet planted. Let's inhale, twist open. Exhaling as we come fully into our twist. Our hand can drape over the back of our chair if we like, or we can just hold on to the side, gazing over the right shoulder without forcing it. We want to honor our range of motion. Really focusing on our breath here, in and out through the nose. Release back to center. Hand open up to the left. Hand either comes, arm drapes over the back of the chair, or you can reach down, grab the outside edge of your chair, making sure we're not forcing ourselves into the twist, honoring our range of motion. One side of the body can be completely different from the other, and that's okay. Turn the head, maybe we gaze over the left shoulder. Awareness to our breath. One more deep breath in. And we'll exhale, returning back to center. Our final stretch before we come into Savasana. Let's come into a ragdoll or forward fold. Slowly hip hinge forward. Let the arms dangle heavy, or maybe we cross our forearms and hold on to opposite arms. Let the back release, and some length through the neck. And just hold here. Release our hands to our shins. As we inhale, tuck the chin to the chest. Slowly roll up. Now let's prepare ourselves for Savasana. I've got my blanket standing by, and I'm just going to drape that over my backrest, making it a little bit more comfortable for me as I lean into it. Your feet can be on the mat. Maybe we choose to raise them up on our blocks. We want to make ourselves as comfortable as possible as we come into our final relaxation. I'm allowing my knees to flop up and wide, hands, palms up on my thighs, leaning back onto my backrest. Make any final adjustments that you need. And then allow the body to come to stillness for Shavasana. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Maybe you have a slight chin tuck. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Breathe in and out in the nose. Cue into the subtle sensations of your body. Feel the coolness of the air through your nasal passages as you breathe in. The warmth of your out breath as you exhale. If thoughts should arise, that's okay. Just acknowledge them and let them go. Allow yourself to rest and renew here in the moment. Have the option to stay here as long as you need to. But when you're ready to come out of Shavasana, let's slowly bring awareness back to our bodies. We'll start wiggling our fingers and toes. Pointing and flexing the toes and fingers. Rotating out the wrists and the ankles. Making sure we go both directions. Let's turn the head side to side. And take a full body stretch. Let's reach those arms skyward. Maybe bring the palms together. Out a little side bend. Thank you so much for joining me here for this chair practice today. If you enjoyed this practice, if it made you feel strong and confident, please like the video, share it with one of your friends, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. Let's bring our hands to heart center. The love and light in me honors the love and light in each one of you. Namaste. Have a great day, everyone.